Do you prefer a smooth ride, or do you prefer a rough ride? Dutch manufacturer Vekoma, which has many roller coaster models and have built many coasters across the world, is known for basically all the wrong reasons. They're well known for their Vekoma Boomerangs and SLCs, which are some of the roughest and worst coasters in the world, and nowadays they're building some of the best coasters in the world. This video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 worst Vekoma coasters built today. Which I mean by worst, we're talking about the roughest out of all of them. Dutch manufacturer Vekoma, or Vekoma for short, instead of saying Dutch, is well known for making some of the roughest coasters in the world, such as the Vekoma Boomerang and SLC. We're going to be counting down the top 5 roughest Vekoma coasters to be built to date, and these are all my opinions. You do not have to agree with me, but most of them you probably will, because Vekoma is well known for the roughest coasters. Here we go into our list. Coming at the number 5 spot, we got the giant inverted boomerangs. You may know these giant inverted boomerangs as Goliath at Six Flags New England, Aftershock at Silverwood, and the old Deja Vu at Six Flags Over Georgia, Deja Vu at Magic Mountain, and Deja Vu at Six Flags Great America. These are all in boomerang clones, really the same thing, but taller, faster, and maybe a little bit rougher. Depends on which one you ride. The New England one by far is the roughest out of all 3 that I mentioned, or I should say all 5. This coaster model is no good. The boomerangs, or the standard ones, are better. The Invertigo models are better. With the old restraints on these things, like the Vekoma staggered ones, it won't be as bad, but with the Premier Rides one that the New England Goliath has, it just is not good. It's very rough, it's painful for the rider, and it's just not good. So it's literally, that's why it contends on this list for being one of the worst Vekoma coasters for roughness to ride, and it's just no good. I do not recommend any of you guys to ride this one. Maybe only for the credit for once, but for some reason you're a Vekoma Boomerang fan, sure, ride it more than once. I just don't recommend it because it's going to be really bad. Coming at the number 4 spot, we got the Family Suspended Coaster. This Family Suspended Coaster model by Vekoma, and I'm not talking about the newer ones. The other ones are very rough because they have the over-the-shoulder restraints, which just makes it virtually unstoppable to get headbanging, and it's just really jerky. You're guaranteed to get headbanging, which for a coaster that's designed for families, is just stupid. At least the newer ones that Dutch manufacturer Vekoma makes now are actually non-headbanging. They use the lap bars, which is really good about these new coasters. Number 3 is Ninja, Six Flags St. Louis. The reason why this coaster is on here, as many people will actually say it's an aerodynamics coaster, it's actually a half aero and Vekoma coaster. When Aero was actually building it, they built it halfway before dropping out of the project. At that time, Dutch manufacturer Vekoma would pick up on it. And this coaster is just really rough. It has a lot of awkward transitions, and it's just very uncomfortable. The transitions are so bad that it's guaranteed to get headbanging even on the pre-drop, before the main drop. The vertical loop is okay, but the sidewinder gives a lot of headbanging. The double corkscrews are the least painful part of the ride, probably. The Helix has the weirdest banking that I've ever seen. It's a heavy bank, which for some reason I'm not used to seeing on most coasters, but usually it'll be maybe a little bit of a heavier banking, but not too much to where the point's painful banking. It's just not a good coaster to ride. Coming at the number 2 spot is Goudelix. This is also a Vekoma coaster. This one is a little bit more unique than some of the other coasters built by this one, as this one is one of only 2 coasters in the world with the butterfly element. Also includes a batwing, a vertical loop, and a double corkscrew, featuring 7 inversions for being Europe's most inversions when it opened. This coaster is very rough, and they tried updating, they retracted, they repainted, they even gave it some new trains, but still it's really bad with the headbanging. It's just not good. Just ride it for the credit, just do not ride it again. It is that bad. Coming at the number 1 spot, and this will not be a surprise to anybody, but this is Vekoma SLCs, or aka the Suspended Looping Coaster. This coaster is by far the worst coaster that Vekoma ever made. Any coasters with the original over-the-shoulder restraints, unless if you have T3 or the vest restraints, you're guaranteed headbanging. Every other coaster, Mindy Racer, Flight Deck, every other one, every SLC, you're guaranteed headbanging. It's just so bad that it's only worth riding once, and you would never ever want to get on an SLC ever again. You would only probably want to do it for the credit and probably never want to do an SLC ever again. It is that bad. It's rough, jerky, transitions are awful, and it's just not a good ride. It's just, even though it's a cheap ride, it's just not good. Just ride it once for that credit, and that is it, never again. That is my top 5 roughest Vekoma coasters. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below on what your opinions is. And I'll see you guys in the next video.